probably heard about Zoom sessions getting hacked, Zoom bombings. Wait a second, who's that? Really? This is like the third time this week. Anyways, Zoom bombings and other incidents where students get access to a teacher's class sessions. They can do everything from swearing, yelling, playing explicit lyrics, to showing inappropriate images and videos. The good thing is, there are security settings and best practices that you can implement and follow to ensure your Zoom classes are a success. Before you schedule or start a Zoom session, log into your NISD Zoom account and make sure the following settings are in place. To log into Zoom, begin by clicking the Zoom link in your My NISD portal. On the left-hand side, click Settings. You will be presented with the meeting security settings. Start by enabling the waiting room. When participants join a meeting, this will place them in the waiting room and require the host to admit them individually. Edit the waiting room options to ensure everyone must go into the waiting room before the meeting starts. As students begin requesting access to the meeting, make sure you recognize the student's name. Do not admit names you don't recognize. You should always require a passcode for your Zoom meetings, whether it be an instant meeting or a recurring meeting. Avoid using your personal meeting ID or PMI. If your PMI becomes compromised, it cannot easily be changed. Be sure to also disable the embed passcode and invite link for one-click join. This ensures the Zoom participant enters the given passcode you have set for the meeting. Recently, Northside ISD added student accounts as basic users in Zoom. This feature will make students authenticated users, and students will have to log into Zoom with their district-issued email addresses. Doing this will help ensure that students are joining meetings under the correct name, as well as keep a record of which sessions they join. Enable only authenticated users can join in meetings to add an extra bit of security to your Zoom meetings. Under the Schedule Meeting section, make sure you disable participants' video, disable Join Before Host, and enable mute participants upon entry. This will help minimize distractions during your Zoom sessions. In the next section, in Meeting, enable encryption. You should also disable private chat and file transfer to keep participants from sharing or talking about inappropriate topics. Under Screen Sharing, make sure only the host can screen share and desktop screen share for users is disabled. If students are misusing the annotation tools or the whiteboard, you can disable it here. You should not allow removed participants to rejoin or allow participants to rename themselves. To help with student privacy, hide participant profile pictures in a meeting. Additionally, you can control settings to allow students to unmute themselves or use video inside your Zoom meeting. Northside ISD has enabled a majority of these settings by default. However, it is always good practice to double-check your Zoom settings. When an issue occurs, identifying it quickly is the key to minimizing the impact on your session. Here are some key indicators to watch out for: misspelled names, refusal to turn on camera, or a verbal or visual disruption. If you have an incident occur, remain calm. You have control. First, remove the person from the session. Then, notify the help desk and report the following details: meeting ID, start time, and the disruptive participant's name. You should also include a copy of the usage report for the meeting. This can be found by going to Reports, locating the meeting in which the disruption occurred, and clicking the blue number under Participants. Then, click Export. If possible, do not leave the meeting if you are the host. This will cause one of the participants to become the host and will not end the meeting. If necessary, end the session completely or suspend the meeting activities. If these recommendations are followed, there will be a better chance of having a disruption-free session. In the event of a disruption, you now have the knowledge needed to successfully identify and report the person responsible. Thank you for being tech safe.